Yes, people, what's going on? It's your boy Big Uggs, and welcome back to yet another match reaction. Leeds 2, Newcastle United 2 in the half 12 kickoff. The game just finished. Um, and yeah, it was a feisty encounter. Going into the game after the Arsenal defeat, I was thinking that we could go in and, you know, make a mark in this game. Get a reaction out of the boys. Obviously, the Arsenal defeat was a good performance, but a disappointing result. So obviously this was a chance to play a side who's struggling for points in the bottom three, and for us to get back on winning terms. And obviously Leeds, off the back of the Man City performance, there was a lot of positives for them to take from that game, even though they missed a lot of chances, or City missed a lot of chances, Haaland in particular. So it was a chance for both sides to sort of, get back to winning ways. Big Sam's first game at home at Ellen Road, so obviously he would have been pumped for it, facing his old side in Newcastle. So, but yeah, so obviously the game, how it went, it was a disappointing performance, to be honest with you. I never liked Isak playing that wide. So Eddie Howe chose to play him and Wilson together. We saw it at Arsenal last week, and we saw it again today. So obviously the back four was the back four, the midfield three. We started off a bit weird. He played John Linton in the deeper role and Bruno further up the pitch. Probably Bruno had enough of playing in that full position. As we know, Bruno's natural position is to play in that number 8, advanced in the midfield. So, and when you have Joelinton playing in that position, we struggle to get on the ball because he's not a natural number 4. He's not somebody that likes to get on the ball and turn, or he's not somebody that's capable to get on the ball in difficult situations and keep it ticking. So, because of that, we were forced to go long in some areas of the pitch. So, when Trippier had the ball, the pass into midfield that Bruno usually occupies was never on. So we forced to go long, and that was playing into these hands. So I noticed that, and then obviously Isak and Wilson. Isak out wide, started out wide, and up top was kind of Wilson. So a few things that I thought going into the game, seeing us start how we lined up. I thought, okay, this is different, and it showed as well because obviously Leeds played on that. Leeds played on the fact that we weren't keeping the ball. We were going long, and we started off a bit sluggish because Leeds started off pretty fast. They were pressing us, even though we had most of the ball, but they went ahead through Luke Ayling. I think Isak was sleeping on the left hand side of our goal, and Luke Ayling managed to sneak in after a good save from Nick Pope. So it was disappointing to go down 1-0, and we could have actually went down 2-0. For Nick Pope's heroics, and again he saved us, and I feel like we're starting to see our defence relying on Nick Pope a lot. We haven't kept a clean sheet in a while, and I think it's 11 or 12 games now where we haven't kept a clean sheet, or one clean sheet in those games. So we still have the best defence in the league, but we're conceding silly goals that we can do without. So 1-0, Leeds Ellingham was rocking, and it was time for us to get a reaction, and we didn't change it. It still stayed the same. The boys, Leeds were first at everything. The boys weren't at it at all game anyways, but in the first half especially, the boys weren't at it. And then Leeds go down, and then they had a penalty, which Nick Pope saved. And that was the point where I said to myself, you know what, if this doesn't give us a reaction here, if we don't wake up from this, then we're going to lose this game. And thankfully, we go down the other end 50 seconds straight after, and Isak, after that, he moved towards the centre of the park, and then we changed to 4-2-3-1. Isak causing problems, running through, and he got fouled, and he got brought down for the penalty, and Callum Wilson stepped up and scored his 16th goal of the season, league goal of the season anyways. So 1-1, the game's in the balance, we're back in it, it's half time, and you can see that with going back into 4-2-3-1 with Bruno sitting in now, we're starting to dictate possession a little bit, starting to get on the ball a little bit more. And then we managed to get another penalty. I think Willett crossed it in and Firpo handballed it, and Wilson slotted it straight down the middle, 2-1. So 65 minutes played, 25 to go, chasing top 4 against bottom 3 Leeds. You would have thought we could see it out. And then after that, Eddie Howe made some changes, and we could have went probably 3 up. You know, there was a few situations where we caught Leeds on a counter attack, and with better end product, we get a third goal. So, and then out of nowhere, Leeds score 2-2. Christensen shoots, and then it hits straight off Trippier. So the game ended 2-2 anyways, as we know. And for me, it's 2 points dropped, as there was a massive chance to sort of stamp our ground in the Champions League. Yeah, it's still in our hands, but Liverpool are chasing us down as well as Man United. So, and as I'm recording this video, Man United are winning 1-0 at Wolves. So, you know, it's getting closer. A win here against a bottom 3 side would have put us in the driving seat, and then we would probably need one more win out of the last 3 games. It went to be though. There's still positives to take from this, that we didn't lose. You know, a lot of the games that we've drawn this season is why we are where we are, because those games we could have lost. So a point is better than 0 at the end of the day. But it's just disappointing that we weren't able to hold on to the lead when we worked so hard to get back in the game and to get in the lead. So, you know, a frustrating day for us. Both teams had a lot to play for, so it was never going to be an easy game. Leeds are fighting for their lives down the bottom, and you know, like, you could tell that today. The fans were right behind them, our fans too, but obviously they were home, so it was always going to be a difficult game. And now we play Brighton at home in midweek, which is our game in hand over Liverpool. So currently we're on 66 points. So this is a chance to go further. Brighton are a bit on shaky form, so you know we could definitely, if we play like we played against Arsenal or Spurs or United, you know, we could definitely get the 3 points there, and then Champions League is probably just a draw or another win away. So you know, it's all still to play for. You know, it's all time to stay positive, because nobody would have seen this coming anyways. So 35 games to go, we sit third in the league. It's amazing. It's dream mode. It's dreamland. So you know, still stay positive. But the game ended 2-2. Like I said, disappointed not to get the win, but it's a point on the board. Brighton next, and then after that we've got Leicester and Chelsea. So there are still games for us to win. Chelsea are poor. Leicester, who is another team in the bottom 3. So you know, there's opportunities for us to get the points on board. And it was a shame to see the Leeds fan approach Eddie Howe the way he did, and you know, like, you just questioned the security, because anything could happen. Like, the guy could have punched Eddie Howe, but you know, thankfully Eddie Howe was safe, and you know, nothing happened, and the guy was escorted. But for me, that's unacceptable. Like, you know, Leeds security, like, you got to make sure that these things don't happen. So hopefully that person gets a ban, a lifetime ban. And yeah, man. So disappointing, like I said. So we go again, man. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and to comment, and also to subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy Big Oogs, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.